Hello again, my name is Sammy, and today I'm going to continue my journey into Blighttown in Dark Souls. So, immediately, you might notice something a little different than the previous time I played the game. Last time I played, a friend was in chat actually, and I was talking to him. You might have, if you watched that part, you might have noticed me speaking to him, and he gave me a few ideas as far as my equipment builds, and one of the things that he said, I should probably give credit to my friend Nick. He's much more versed in Dark Souls than I am, and he's played many times, so he gave me the idea to, well, at least one of the ideas he suggested, it was to just, use some really light armor, and all I would need is the wolf ring to get enough poise, because light armor does not give you poise, to prevent you from getting staggered when you get hit. But I could just wear light armor, which gives me no poise, plus the wolf ring, which gives me 40 poise, and that would be enough. So I decided to go with a different armor set, as you can see here. This is it's called the Shadow Garb set. And I don't know, it's probably not the best light armor I could wear right now, but it just looks pretty darn cool, so I chose that instead. Plus, I don't have it upgraded like the armor that I had on before, which was just this medium armor with like this mishmash of random armor. So yeah, I'm gonna try this out for a while. So I just have the wolf ring on. And the benefit of this is that with the medium armor that I had on before, I needed to also have Hovel's ring equipped to get the fast roll. This way, I actually get an extra ring slot. So I still have the wolf ring. I don't have to wear Hovel's armor anymore to get the fast roll because I have really light armor. So I have an extra ring slot now that I can just use for anything I want, and I just set it on the Hornet ring for now. I'm probably gonna switch that up later. Hornet ring boosts for critical attacks, so like backstabs, things like that will be boosted. But I can also pretty much wear any ring I want. Havel's ring, of course, boosts your maximum equipment load, which means that you can wear heavier armor than you could normally. And I was using that because I was wearing medium armor. I was actually using that to get in under the 25% equipment load mark. When you're under 25%, you get the fast roll. When you're under 50%, you get the medium roll, and if you're over 50%, you get a really slow roll. So, okay, so that's what I settled on. I'm going to try this ninja garb. I don't think I have any actual, what are they called, Titanite to speak of, so I could upgrade it right now. I would actually have to go back and buy some from somewhere, from one of the merchants. So, yeah, I can't deal with that now. But yeah, who needs upgraded armor anyway? Let's just continue the journey into Blighttown. And that's probably the best thing to do right now. Anyway, just delve further into it rather than say like heading back up to buy Titanite. It's probably not worth it because I put it off for so long. I put off going into Blighttown for so long. Definitely not worth leaving now. Plus, with all this really bad weather I've been having in my area, has been preventing me from streaming because I've had to shovel. So many days that I normally would stream. I normally would be free to stream. I'd be outside shoveling instead. But I discussed that last week. We actually got more snow this past weekend. And of course I had to do shoveling then. It wasn't as bad as the previous, like, 3 blizzards, but, still, it did have an impact. Plus it was the weekend, so it wasn't as bad. Alright, so I got as far as that creature there, but then I had to end the stream. I had to my time ran short, so I just ran back to the bonfire. This time I'm actually, you know, while I'm here, I can actually want to talk about. Kill this guy first. Sorry. I want to talk about how I was coming down this ladder. I saw the view down, all the way down below. Is that a lot of this architecture here is not just like a visual aesthetic thing. Like, as you know, if you notice, I'm actually heading down, further down into this area, and as I go deeper and deeper into this pit, and everything that you see, you can actually go there. So I'm eventually going to head all the way down to the floor. You can see, and if you look very closely, you can actually see some enemies too that I'll have to fight later. Just like just chilling, waiting to attack me, essentially. Oh, there's already a guy on the ladder. Holy crap! So I just want to try and. No, he's climbing up. And that's one of the most amazing things about not just the level design, but just the technology. But they were able to get this running on a console. Well, technically they got it running, but there are definitely major frame rate issues on the PS3, especially. Both consoles had frame rate issues. But the fact that they managed to get this running at all, at any sort of playable state, it's pretty remarkable. This huge area, no loading at all. Just, you know, the initial load to load up the game, but then you can seamlessly move from area to area without any load at all. And these areas are really huge. So this is how far I got. I don't want to move any closer. You can see the blood stain here. That's actually a place where another player has died. You can see the shadow. He tried to go further past, and then actually it looks like he didn't get attacked. I think that's a player that actually killed the creature and was about to go across and then just accidentally rolled off. But yeah, one of the things I like about these bloodstains is if you see an area with a lot of bloodstains, you know you have to be very careful and cautious because that's an area where other players have died a lot, and it's highly likely that you will fall into a trap or some sort of fall prey to an attack. Alright, so I actually got as far as here. I was about to talk about how I like how the color correction works. How if as I move into this area, it becomes much cooler as I'm away from the torchlight. If I go back, the color correction goes to a much warmer tone to match like the torches around. I believe that's what's happening. It's just like a really stark color correction shift. Just basically a filter over the screen, and not really like particular light source that is actually emanating. That's fine. That's actually like more art style than say physics or something like that. Okay, so we have a fog gate. That'll actually probably lead to, or eventually lead to the area. I need to go as far as killing that creature. Let's see, there is... I almost fell for that. I saw that there's a ladder over here, but the ladder actually goes to nowhere, I believe. Yeah. Fall ahead, right. That message was actually surprisingly not a troll message. Get a lot of misleading messages in this game, of course. You'll see more examples of the sheer scale of the level design and the sheer scale of the world. You can actually, I mean, a lot of video game demonstrations, like at E3 today, or these days. I don't know if you remember, like, the Zelda Legend of or the upcoming Legend of Zelda game that's supposed to be more open world, and basically any open world that's shown at like a trade show event, they would say, "Oh, that hill you see in the distance there, you can go there." Well, there aren't too many hills in this game, but there are still huge areas, and it's a very similar concept. You can if you see like a 100-foot drop, and there you can see the floor. You can actually head to the floor. You're gonna eventually go there. You're gonna eventually climb down. It's the same in this situation. I could eventually head down all the way down to the bottom here. Same as I said outside. But let's just deal with the fog gate. There's an item I can pick up right here. Let me just open this fog gate first. Yeah, we'll see many examples of that. There's another example later on that just blew my mind. How big, it just really exemplified how big this world of Dark Souls is, and how I don't know. It's just amazing. Well, it's probably not best to describe it now. We can get like a basic example of it right now, because yeah, everything you see below me here. But eventually go down those catwalks over there. I'm gonna fight those enemies there. I'm gonna go down even further and head down to those, swampy areas. That is exactly where I need to go. So, see, there are ladders. The creature is actually up there. I think I may not be heading that way, or the way to actually take out the creature quite yet. Let's see. Was there an other way I could actually go to kill that thing? Again, I have played this game twice before, but it's been nearly a year since I played last. The last time I played was like just before Dark Souls 2 came out, so it was around February of 2014 was the last time. The creature's up there. I'm gonna go back and see if I didn't miss anything as far as, because I do want to kill that creature. Maybe this way isn't the right way. This is the right way as far as going down, but as far as killing that creature, I'm not sure. Probably took a wrong turn at some point. Okay. Right, I don't think I went up here, but I didn't really explore too far because I wanted to get some items across the way. I believe this is the correct way I need to go as far as killing the creature, because let's see, there's a thing over here. There is a path that I did not explore. Right here. Right. And this actually lead right to the creature. I'll hold the head down and should be over there. This area in particular is very labyrinthine and very easy to miss things. Okay, so now I'm right behind it. I usually end up getting confused by this. I'm pretty sure I can just right, okay, what happened? Okay. My attack just like so silly. My attack just pushed me forward just enough to get hurt by the creature and pushed off the ledge. Yeah, that's Dark Souls for you. It's kind of silly. I mean, I knew I needed to avoid, getting killed by that thing, but naturally. Okay, let's deal with these guys again. Not too difficult. It shouldn't be too difficult to just get back. To my souls. Nice retrieval. Alright. So over here, yeah, you can see the retrieval right behind it. Should not be too difficult. Let's see, where were those? Where was that ladder again? Okay, it was down here. Let's see if I can do a plunging attack. I just missed him. So I did around 500 damage with that backstab, probably because, as you can see with the hornet ring, I believe that's the ring that's right behind right in the area with Sif after you beat him, or you actually pick him up while you're fighting him too. It's just lying on the ground. I'll just head back exactly the way I went there before. This time I'll be more careful of my attacks and make sure I don't end up getting pushed too far forward. Yeah, I had some similar problems with this creature before. It's just that you can target him, but you can't really see his health when you're attacking. So you're not even really sure that you're doing any, doing damage. I think you just have to like bash him enough. Yeah, and eventually he just dies. I was hoping it would be like a backstab situation. So, Reacher's gone, and there's this little item you can get, Pyromancy. Of course, not relevant to my build, because I'm just doing a standard two-handed weapon build with no... It's not good. Do not let him... Oh, I actually rolled back and the animation is still connected. Alright, let me just heal up really quickly. Okay. Probably not the best idea to fight this guy. What the heck is this thing? Oh. Of course, you could always just roll off a ledge. The important thing is, I killed the creature, which is what I wanted to do. No problem. Same deal. Just head right back. Maybe this time I'll remember to say retrieval. That's one thing I remembered, or I think I forgot to do. Okay. Yep, now I'm actually getting really used to killing these things, so let me just drop down here. Much quicker this way. So the guy down here, right? There he is. Okay. Retrieval! Jeff Green, if you can hear that, I hope you're happy. Hope you're proud. You're proud of me. Should be really careful. I should be more careful about rolling in this area. Not a good idea. Backstabbing, of course, much better. So I'll continue the way... Pie. Continue the way I was going before I decided to turn around. and that would be the way down. Now, do I want to get that item? I mean, sure. I want to kill that guy first. Sure. Okay, so he's actually alive. Not anymore. Oh wait, you know, I survived that. Man, I just don't know when to quit. So, animation got me there. So I survived the fall, but fortunately, all right. So this leads right back to where I was before I hit. I was gonna head down the ladder. I believe this just goes right back up there. I can just try again as far as getting the item. Round 2, so it's right there. The animation is what screwed me. I think I just want to like really drop straight down. The game will let me. Whip. If you like whips, that's probably a good build for you. You know, you gotta. This is where you want to go. You know, I was considering doing a whip build because I named my character Diana after Wonder Woman, and she uses a lasso. So I don't know. Probably not. Probably not worth it to like do a hardcore sort of roleplay thing. Another thing that you can see here, no, maybe it's not here. I don't know if you remember when I was climbing this ladder before. You saw, you know, the white light of an item. It's like how the hell do you get you know to the other side of this area? Oftentimes a question you ask yourself when you're. Now this thing looks really freaky, but they aren't tough at all. They look tough. You just have to give them one good hit. So I believe I'd actually have to. I won't be able to get the item on that side right now. I have to come at it from the other side. So actually, when I go all the way down to the ground of this area, which as you can see, I don't know if you can see that in the distance, it's really dark, but it is fairly close. And I head to the right, and I should be able to get at it from the other direction. I just have to keep that in mind. That's another thing that you usually have to do. Dark Souls, because of these large areas, you get to see peaks at areas you can only get to later on. You have to, you know, remember to actually do that. Remember to keep that in mind. Mental footnote as far as sniper spot. So, if you have ranged, you have a lot of enemies in your sight from here. You can actually just shoot them all right now. But I do not have range to fight them the hard way. Sorry, it's just a lot of dropping down. Let's see, where was that at? Where was that thing? Okay, there's a dart thrower, which means I have to worry about toxic here. Now toxic is a lot like poison. Basically, a meter appears on your screen, and if it fills up, you will essentially be poisoned. Except with toxic, you take a lot more damage. It goes a lot faster, rather. Your health goes down much faster than poison. So I definitely do not want to get toxic. So the dart thrower is right over there. I have to rush him. So hopefully I don't get hit. Get it once, and just kill him before he can toxic me. Okay, item right here. Wanderer hood. Interesting. I wonder how that compares to my armor right now. It does seem like it's a fairly light armor. let's see, slightly heavier, but with better stats. There's an enemy trying to get at me, but it's like, kind of clipping on the ground. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to actually hit it without doing like a jumping attack. Yeah, I think it's trying to get at me from below, so it's actually clipping through the floor there. If I can do the jumping attack correctly, I'll land it in the right place. And if it stays still, I'll probably get it. There we go. Alright, let me keep looking at this Wanderer hood. Or Wanderer clothes. So, Shadow Garb. Compare that to the Wanderer coat. Yeah, the Wanderer coat does seem to be a little bit heavier. Seems to be more of one of the heavier light armors. Yeah, those things aggro from a long way away. Like, you can see some distance there, and they're already heading towards me, even though they're really far away. Yeah, might as well wait for them to just buzz on over here. Yeah, see what's happening here is... Okay, that's good. They kind of get stuck underneath, but they're still aggroed, so they're trying to attack me from the floor. It's really weird. Yep, I'm pretty much going to aggro every single one of those in the area, even though they're like several yards away. It's probably not a bad thing. Maybe I can aggro that one at a distance. Yep, more coming. I just want to look at some armor, guys. Leave me alone. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be the Wanderer seems to be more of or I don't want to equip it. It is light armor, but slightly heavier than what I have. Shadow Garb. Of course, that means better stats. So look at the gauntlets. Now, as far as my equipment load, I am basically right at the line as far as 25%. So I don't think I want to wear any heavier armor than this, than what I have. Like, I can only equip maybe like 0.5 more before I'll have to increase my equipment load. So if I want to go the light armor route, I pretty much, this is my only option, I think. I don't think there's anything lighter. Unless I only want to wear, I could also wear potentially pieces of armor and leave the rest unclothed. Like maybe not wear a hood or not wear gloves or something like that. That's totally an option. But as far as a full set, yeah, this is what I would need to do. Aggro more of these fly things. Yeah, these are really annoying. Good thing I had that downward swing. I was just thinking about jumping onto this thing, but there's really no point, is there? Doesn't really do anything. Alright, let's kill more of these things. No surprises, just, take it slow, steady. Take everything one by one. No rushing until you are absolutely certain that you can tackle an area. And even then, it's probably not a good idea to rush. It's often a mistake that people make. Seems like I can walk over there, right? But no. Now let's just keep going. No more. There's a ton of enemies here. some reason these things breathe fire. I don't know why, but sure, why not? I'm thinking, if you look closely, they're like deformed versions of the undead humans that we saw further along. Like they have heads and they have like human arms, but they've been really deformed. So I think because they breathe fire, I believe that they are like deformed pyromancers. In this area, the swamps are like a home of pyromancy. Birthplace of pyromancy is in this area, and actually even deeper below. I forget what the area is called, but I'm sure Vatividya, the resident or the foremost Dark Souls lore keeper, will be able to say more about that. Okay, so I want to head. I think I'm far enough along where there should be a bonfire soon. I can't remember quite where it is. I think it's, I want to say it's this way, but there are a lot of different ways I can go right now. I can go check out what's over there. There are some items I can pick up. There's one in the distance over there. Of course, this is a poison swamp, so if I go in the water here, I'll slowly get poisoned. So any direction I need to go, I need to make it really quick, a quick run. So, actually, since I'm going to wade into water, I know I need to wear the rusted iron ring is a good idea. Improves balance on poor footing. It also allows you to run in water, whereas before or without the ring, you would just be like wading through it really slowly. Because this is a poison swamp, I want to be able to run through it as fast as possible. So just make really quick runs between pieces of land. Do have to give up a ring slot for that, but yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it to not die. Okay, so here we go. Here is the bonfire. See a shade of another player sitting at the bonfire here. Very important to light this bonfire, as it'll be the bonfire that you'll use to just as far as making boss runs. So I'm actually really close to the next boss, which is really good. I will be able to actually attempt the boss in this part, I think. I don't think I want to daddle any longer. I mean, I could just explore the area, but I've actually kind of been rambling about this area a little bit too much, and I've been putting off the next important part of the storyline probably too long. That I think anybody watching right now probably deserves a good boss battle, and I think the Drake, the Hellkite Drake that I fought in the previous part probably doesn't count as a true boss battle. Okay. Now, why did I attack the treasure chest there? Because, as in any good RPG, there are disasters are gone after defeat of the Grave Lord Servant. I think that might be that's like involved as far as a quest. That message just popped up on the bottom of the screen there. It's like involved as far as a covenant, I want to say, but I want to say that there's like a glitch with that or something. I can't quite remember. I'd had to look it up. But sometimes you would see that message earlier on. Oh, because I was thinking about that, I actually did not even know what I picked up. Crap. I don't even know what I picked up. What the heck did I just pick up? Now I'll actually have to look into the... I'll have to look into the archive to actually find out what I just picked up, because I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention at all. Kinda wish I had someone in chat to point that out. But I won't always have that luxury. Cat coming? No, that's a quest ring, of course, that I had a long time ago. Not sure what I picked up. No matter. No matter. I will... Okay, so one thing I want to do before I face the boss. I actually do want to go human here. Because... Oh, look what's happening with the animation here. Leg is like caught on the bonfire, so it's up like there, and that's kind of weird. But I want to go human here just to, not necessarily to kindle, but I know there's an NPC invader. I know this happened once before. I think I want to fight that NPC invader. So I'm gonna reverse hollowing. I actually have one soft humanity that I got. Probably because sometimes you just get humanity from other players who are playing online. I don't know what the criteria of that is. I've heard... Again, I really should just look this up and make this more concrete, but I believe it is when someone kindles the bonfire in your area, you'll get one humanity, or players nearby will get one humanity. Anyway, let's reverse hollowing. Again, the animation. That is really weird. It's good to see what I look like in human form. Of course, my face is covered up anyway. So I can actually summon... I believe this is just another player here. But I also want... I actually want to be invaded by the NPC here. And that should happen at any moment. Yep, Man-Eater Mildred is the NPC I want to fight. So there she is. Let me just kill this thing, if I can actually kill it. And let's bring her actually in here, so I don't have to fight her amidst the poison. Yeah, so invaders always appear as these red phantoms. Man, the little bug over here is really throwing me off. Okay. Now that that's dead, I can just do this. Bam! Alright. Now she doesn't have a whole lot of armor on at all. I actually think she has no armor. So I was able to just really break her poise and destroy her. So you get a lot of humanity from defeating invaders. So even as far as NPC invaders go, you definitely want to kill them off. Also, of course, if you want help from for a boss, you need to go human in order to summon other people like this. Like these little symbols on the floor here won't appear unless you're human. So the going human, reverse hollowing, is what you need to do to unlock essentially the co-op in this game, as well as the PvP. And many of the Covenant stuff also revolves around PvP sort of things, like the Cat Covenant that I was in before is another like invader related covenant. Right, so there are some things I can do right now. In the distance there I actually see... I should actually lock onto these things before I attack, right? So I might actually have a chance of hitting it. These things are so small that they're easy to just really miss. So actually, there's an NPC there, and then I know it is, or he is, a merchant, at least in this area. So this is the guy we spoke to before. Let me kill this thing, so I don't want any surprises, right? Stop kicking. See, if you press forward and attack, you'll actually get a kick. Sometimes it just happens. Even all purple moss for reverse the poison. Sometimes it just happens if you are just pressing forward to move forward and then attack, which is sometimes it's just annoying. Anyhow, this is the guy we saw before in the forest, and now he's here. Sells items, and of course here's his bodyguard again, semi-transparent. I believe his armor is the armor that we're wearing right now, the Shadow Guard. Okay, so
hello again.
I believe this is the merchant that I really want to talk to.
But while you are here, how about some equipment? I love collecting.
It's a good thing that I have a high soul level too.
Only keep so many.
Prepared to buy stuff from him.
You know, you are a friend. I'll sell them cheap.
I believe this merchant appears here no matter what, even if you didn't talk to him before. But because I talked to him and because I'm in the Cat Covenant, he's actually, I believe he gives you a discount on his items. Look skyward, gesture, sure. Purchase. So he sells a lot of great things here, great swords, a lot of strange items like Shotel. Shotel's actually a really good invader-specific item. You can, as an invader, a Shotel will help you as far as sneaking past the shield of players that you're invading, because that's what a Shotel does. It's curved so that it can do damage around a person's shield. So basically, it turns your opponent's shield into nothing, essentially, or just a partial shield. It is specifically designed to get around it. So this is the weapon I've been wanting the whole game. Uchi Katana is one of the best weapons in the game, I would think. A lot of also really cool stuff here. Demon Spear is like a heavy type of spear that you might want to use. Probably there are better spears in the game, but I think I used the Demon Spear at one point because it was a drop off an enemy, and it was really good, and I was using like a spear character. Claws are interesting. Maybe if you were doing like a Wolverine sort of role play. Great axe. Washing pole is like another type of katana, a really long katana, great reach. Okay, so definitely want to buy the Uji Katana here. Okay, well, let's see what rings he sells. Eastwood Brain Ring. Slows loss of weapon durability. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I bought the Uji Katana, which is a great weapon because it actually okay. It is really fast, and it doesn't do as much damage. It doesn't do as much straight damage as my, what is it called? Claymore. Where was it? Where was that Claymore? Claymore plus 5. Because it's upgraded to the Claymore, the base damage will be very high. 154 versus the Uji Katana's, I believe it's like 99. Where was it? Why does it keep moving? 90. Now 90 doesn't seem too strong, does it? So Katana forged in Eastern Land. Okay. Doesn't seem too strong, but the key stat as far as the Uji Katana, and basically all the katanas, is the auxiliary effect. You can see bleed is 300. So if you do, basically it's the same thing like poison or any type of thing. You have to pretend when you're hitting an enemy like they have their own meter that is building up, and that is their bleed. That is a bleed meter, because that's the type of effect that your katana puts on them. It's bleed effect. And when that meter fills, if you're able to fill that meter within a certain amount of time, you do an automatic 300 damage to them. So that is essentially why this katana is a really great sword in the game. Basically, all the katanas have it, bleed effects like that. The Yaido has that too, but the Uji katana is considered like the best of the three katanas, probably because it has the highest physical damage. Has a lower requirement too, as far as what you need to actually use the weapon. Requires 14 dexterity versus 20 dexterity for the Ido. So yeah, Uji Katana, here we go. Now this one, I'm definitely going to go back to the bonfire really quick because I actually want to upgrade it. So the boss is actually ahead of me over here. See some enemies in the way, but actually, wow, I thought this thing would cost a lot more, but I think I only have two Titanite, so I actually can't upgrade this very much anyway. But every little bit counts. Reinforced weapon. Let's find that Uji Katana. I only have one Titanite shard, so I can just do it to +1 for now. Since I'm gonna be fighting the boss, I might want to actually still use my claymore. I'm not sure. I'll try the Uji Katana just to get used to it, and then if I am getting wailed on, if I'm not able to do a lot of damage, then I'll just go ahead and switch back to my claymore, just because it's upgraded far more. I have a lot of souls, I might as well level up. Now the Uji Katana is a dexterity weapon, so I definitely want to upgrade dexterity first. Let's do that. 24. Now what do I mean by dexterity is that if you look at the stats of the weapon, I don't want to de-equip it, I want to look at the stats. The parameter bonus line there, you can see the hand there represents dexterity, and any sort of letter there means that it actually its damage scales to your dexterity stat. So since it has a rating in dexterity, that means it does more damage the higher my dexterity stat is. So since it's primarily a dexterity weapon, I want to just primarily upgrade the dexterity. Now what's awesome about this weapon is that it is really fast, much faster than the claymore. And even though I'm not like one-hitting enemies anymore, that doesn't really matter a whole lot because I'm going to be getting more attacks in faster. Still one-hitting those, smaller enemies, of course. You know what? I took some unnecessary damage there. I'm not gonna fight the boss -1 flask. I might as well just go back to the bonfire and just kill this enemy. So that running dash is now a stab. The Uji Katana, the running dash attack is a stab forward versus like a circular swing with the claymore. So it's just it's something to get used to. It's a different style of fighting. All right, Gretchen got the old Blighttown blues, eh? Yeah, welcome. I suppose I do, but I'm almost through it. I'm at the bottom now, and I'm going to head to towards the boss right now. So let's head there. Of course, there are some enemies in the way. I'm not really sure. I'm definitely gonna get poisoned here. Oh no, there's some land here. I can just chill. Here. No, I got poisoned anyway. Good thing I have boss. Okay, so enemies in the way. I could fight them, you know, see how I am, practice my katana, but I think we want to see some bosses, right? So let's just head straight there. Get out of here. Good thing I have the rusted iron ring. Just run past them. There's poison. Quelog's domain. I might be mispronouncing that. It could be just Kellogg. No. You don't pronounce the U. Try humanity. Alright, so, because I beat Man-Eater Mildred, now I can actually summon her to help me in this fight. I am human still. I haven't been killed. So, but I'm not going to do that. I don't like summoning for bosses. Just going to equip this. Okay, let's do this attempt. No problem, right? New weapon. It's not going to be too bad. Maybe after this boss battle, or perhaps in a later part, the next stream I do, next video I make, I will explore the area a bit more. Just pick up all the items. For right now, I know where the boss is. I think I want to just head right there. Tackle her. All right, so of course this is a Japanese game, so we're gonna see stuff like this. Then, you know, they usually make games like this. I mean, of course, not all Japanese games. I don't want to discriminate against that, but it's very common to see nudity of this sort. Not really nudity anyway, but you know, just scantily clad. Okay. I know of that area of effect attack, but I just have to get used to, you know, reading her tells. Again. Also, her sword there is really has a really high reach. Okay. I wanted to charge forward, but I got a second dodge instead. Ooh, I went right into lava. I need to be more cautious of my surroundings here. Yeah, the heavy attacks on this are probably not something I want to use because they are fairly slow, and that's kind of antithetical to what this weapon is all about. I ran right into the lava again, of course. I'm just wasting a whole ton of my my heals here. This lava is really just a pain. Yeah, and if I die here and I attempt her again, I'm just gonna be a little bit more careful about my surroundings next time. Okay, so good time to do some damage. Okay, so definitely don't want to go to the left. There's so much as far as lava. That's my last heal. Now, because this boss actually has, okay, I should have like dodged backward there. I'll get used to the tells. Of course, a boss will have much better stats than your regular enemies, so the bleed effect here is only around 100 damage instead of 300. But I'm still getting that bleed effect after like 3 hits. Yeah, it's not terrible. Oh, I ran right into the lava. That's totally my fault. Not the boss. Totally my fault. Again, gotta pay attention to your surroundings, man. Like, just advice I have to give to myself. So, well, I haven't actually. Oh, I have no souls because I just died, of course. Okay, I'm not going to bother attacking enemies. I'm just going to head straight there. Unless they just right in my face. Then I'll attack them. Again, I'll just run, I'll just make a straight line right to there, and I'll just, if I get poisoned, fine. It's actually better not to take a break as far as, poison. Just, especially if you're going to go back into the poison water, because then you'll just get poisoned again. You don't want to just cure your poison and then get poisoned again. So you actually want to, when you're sure you're not going to get poisoned again, that's when you'll actually want to use your moss. So basically, the runs to the boss is just going to be just like this. Just run straight through. Don't even have to engage the enemies, it's just a waste of time, might as well. If you're going to make a run on the boss, just go ahead. So, this time I'm going to actually buff my weapon here. I'm going to use this gold pine resin to put some electric effect on my katana. Just do a little bit more damage. It's always worthwhile. Yeah, I got greedy towards getting my my retrieval there, but because I just used the souls as far as you know, leveling up and buffing my weapon. I didn't really lose a whole lot. I think I just lost one soft humanity there. Not a big deal. Again, yeah, I gotta just be slow and steady. Much better than try to just rush towards my retrieval. And I paid for it. Again, if I just get poisoned, I'm just going to wait till I'm through the whole thing first, rather than wasting some moss. Unlike toxic poison, it only takes a little bit of health off over time. If it was toxic, I would just immediately take the effect off. Now this boss shouldn't be too difficult. The design is really interesting. How it's like a half spider, half human. Again, like the creatures on the outside, I think it's more of a deformed pyromancer. I'm getting some lag here. Probably just my streaming software acting up. All right, so I'm gonna be patient and wait to get my retrieval. It's gonna be 0 souls anyway, right? So you don't actually have to get the retrieval. Okay, be careful of my surroundings. I know I'm right near some lava, so. Okay, I thought that was going to be like an area of effective attack, but I read that incorrectly. No, I'd rather fight her over here, so I'll bring her over here. Okay, spear here, forward. Hopefully I can, you know, the key things I like about the bosses in this game is just have to be able to read their animations. And even if you die, the important thing is learning their wind-ups. Oh, she pushed me right into the lava. Ah, area of effect. That gives me a chance to back up and heal up. Okay, so she's going to use her sword here. She has that 3-hit combo. Other than the kind of gratuitous design here, I like the really detailed and grotesqueness of this boss. Probably didn't make sense. I like the detail as far as if you're able to pause the game or look at screenshots of this boss. There's a lot of texture detail. And I always appreciate that. A lot of work went into this boss here. Just the design in general, very grotesque, very Freudian, yes, potentially. Lava, of course, lava. Didn't look like lava because it's kind of clipping to the ground, but still lava. So she's one of the... Almost went into lava again, but it was thankfully it was just fading away. So I'll just bring her over here. She was one of the original pyromancers. She and her mother and some of her sisters essentially invented pyromancy from magic sorcery. And she, like many of the other original pyromancers, got deformed as part of... Oh, that's an aerial effect. Away. When she does that, like, when she goes down and does that wind-up, really long wind-up, that is my cue to just back up. Back the hell up. Gotta learn that. So I'm a bit low here. This animation here is needs to heal. Okay, another animation. Perfect time to attack. Get some bleed damage. Oh, that's essentially... I wanted to move back, but I got trapped in the legs. That's probably an intentional design of that. Come on, dodge, dodge. Okay, that's a wind-up. One last heal. I'm fairly confident about being able to beat her, but I just need to stop making dumb mistakes. Maybe I could just blame that on having to comment at the same time during the battle. I won't get too greedy about this. I will take my time. So I definitely want to dodge to the left, if she'll let me. Okay, that's a wind-up. Get the hell out of here. Again, that wouldn't be too much for a problem if I didn't make all those dumb mistakes before. That wasn't really a mistake. That was just a legitimate hit from the boss. Whereas most of the other hits that I had were just, you know, dumb mistakes that I could have easily avoided. Alright, this thing can die. Yeah, don't bother worrying about getting poisoned. You're gonna get poisoned. It's just a long run, so of course you're gonna get poisoned. One thing I can also do here is, of course, I can change my ring once I get past this area, because I don't need the rusted iron ring once I get to here. So I'm not wading through any water. But I don't think the hornet ring will really help me in this fight. There are probably some other rings I could equip. As far as that, yeah, I'm just gonna use that anyway. Oh, I forgot to buff that last time, didn't I? I can buff now. Switch to my healing. So, another thing I can do is, of course, I can kindle build the bonfire. And get more healing items, more Estus to heal up and get 10. That'll help me out during this boss battle because she's not usually one-shotting me. And any boss that does not one-shot you, it's a good idea to, like, the healing actually can help you. Whereas bosses that just straight up kill you in one shot, there's really no point in worrying about healing. Okay, so I'm gonna do her sword attack here, but since I'm surrounded by lava, I don't know. There's really no good place to attack her from. Almost dodged. Just too late. Now that downward attack she did, that physical attack, is a minor area of effect. Unlike this one, which is a huge one. But either way, I definitely want to... It's not good, lava. Lava's never good. Okay, so I will dodge to her right here. Of course, I am able to dodge. Oh wow! Dumb mistake. Dodge right into a wall. That's not a good idea. It's generally not a good idea to dodge into a wall. Then of course that mitigates the entire point of dodging. Since I'm really near the wall, I'm not going to engage. It's going to bring us more towards the center of the room. Okay, what is she going to do? See, I wanted to do more of the lava spewing actually, because that's the best time to do the multiple attacks and get some bleed. Get the most out of my bleed effect on my katana. Whereas this sword attack that she does, I can only actually getting 1 or 2 hits out of her. Ooh, okay, that would be effect. I may want to get the hell away. Almost fell into that. Okay, another smaller one. I think the best way to deal with her is to... You always want her to be near the center of the room, because this way you can dodge away without, dodging into a wall. Okay, she's spewing lava here, so that means I definitely want to get as many swings as possible, get the most out of my bleed. I'm not sure how much more I can discuss this battle, especially while doing it. Kind of hard to think at the same time. Just trying to read her attacks and making sure I do enough damage. Taking all the she's spewed right into me, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna wait till she does wait till she commits to an attack and then heal. Like that, like so. Ah. So a lot of the times, if I'm able to read the area of effect animation correctly, All I have to do is back up. I don't even have to worry about dodging. That time I dodged because I kind of got caught on her leg there. I knew I was trying to back up, but I wasn't doing it fast enough. Okay, so I have a good chunk of her health down now. Of course, anything can happen. Dark Souls, anything can happen at any time. Definitely don't want to get cocky and like misread something. Misread an area of effect and get just a ton of damage onto me. Yeah, I don't like this positioning here because I'm surrounded by lava. There's really not much quarter to escape to. So I'll bring her over here, center of the room. Not sure what she's doing, but sweet. I mentioned the detail on this boss before. You can go to, what was that site? The site is called deadendthrills.com and look at the Dark Souls pics. There are some really, really nice screen captures of this boss. Very artistic captures here, and that really show off how all the detail involved in this boss. As far as texturing and that fire effect around it, it's really nice at the high resolution screen grabs that they do. In fact, some of the best pictures that Dead End Thrills has of Dark Souls are of this boss in particular, just because of all the detail. All these little pixel. I don't know how to describe it. Pixel small detail. Or like at higher resolutions, every pixel counts towards actually seeing everything here. I would definitely say that playing this on the PC improves the look of this boss in particular. Many of the bosses too. You notice a lot of the detail that consoles cannot capture. Right into the lava here. But, you know, I didn't take too much damage, so I can't complain. So even with this Shadow Garb here not being upgraded at all, I'm still doing pretty well. Still not being like one-shot or anything, which is a good thing, of course. Oh, that's not good. Mindful of my surroundings. Number one lesson here. There was lava, I walked right into it, and died. Even though I was doing really good that boss fight. Again, just like I said just a few minutes before, get too comfortable. I wasn't necessarily cocky. That fight wasn't really taking any risks, but I think I got just a little too comfortable with my position, and thought that nothing could hurt me. Looking at the time, I think doing the boss here will probably be the last thing I do. But of course I don't have the rusted iron ring, so I'm running like really slow. But I'll definitely be able to beat the boss, that's for sure. Hopefully this attempt will do it. That was very close. I'll definitely be able to beat the boss, for sure. I'm not going to give up on that. I wouldn't consider myself having made too much progress unless I beat the boss here. Another thing I could do also is I could buff my weapon in the middle of the boss, just to make sure I keep doing as much damage as possible. The longer you take on a boss, the more likely stuff like what just happened to me will happen. The more likely you will just make a stupid mistake and get killed, even though you were doing really well. Okay. Not really sure if the Hornet Ring is helping at all. Might want to actually wear a different ring. Or just keep the Rusted Iron Ring for just simple runs straight to the boss. Okay, I'll buff my weapon here. And switch to the healing. Try again. Now I want to get as many attacks as I can while I actually have the buff. It only lasts for a little while anyway. Okay, that would be the area effect, but I'm stuck in the legs. I just barely made it out. I knew that was coming, but I just didn't have much in the way of actually getting the heck out of there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Get back, get back, get back! Again, stuck in the legs. Oh. I'm sure that was intentionally designed to happen. Okay, I lost sight of her, that's not good. So, I want to... definitely want her to commit to an attack so I can just do this. Heal up. And be able to dodge if she does that. Retrieval for 100. Ah, man, that's so stupid. Stupid of me. Again, my number one enemy in this boss isn't actually the boss, it's just my inability to read the environment. I want to actually, now that I'm considering it, buff my weapon. She'll let me... Whoa, okay. Okay, now I just need an opening to actually use the buff. Darn lava. Okay, I'm not going to move in because I actually want to heal. What's she gonna do? Strange of her to use the sword attack there because I wasn't even in front of her. Usually she only activates that sword attack when I'm like near her head, or body, or rather, her human body. Just barely made it out of that. I knew I had to move away. So I was just trying to figure out, trying to find the quickest way I can navigate around the legs. I didn't want to talk because I didn't want to screw it up. I want to bring up my buff here. The trick is finding an opening to actually use the buff.